Stream is going live. Posts are going out. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm posting it. All right, we appear to be live. Welcome to BluePopStream.
Hello, people.
Hey, everyone.
Hello.
So, we are back. Who wants to tell me what happened last week, last session?
Not it. I was last week.
A very long boss fight where several of us nearly died.
Truth.
Truth.
The bad
didn't
guy
actually kill the
disappeared.
guy.
Yeah.
So it
But
took a
hey,
really long
it's
time
all
due to
now.
dice rolls.
The dragon's alive, and we got some really shiny weapons out of it, so.
Yeah. You can see your weapons, guys.
I believe Adema has 2 of them.
Yeah. And
We'll gladly offhand the one.
offhand.
The glove, however you want to say it.
Oh, give it? Okay.
Oh, handoff.
Hand
I
up,
just
there we
used
go.
another term for losing a hand because I thought it was funnier, but go ahead.
It's like face off, but hand off.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, a spear is a one-handed weapon. You could have dual-wielded them if you wanted to.
Not exactly effectively.
Sometimes it's not about the most effective. Sometimes it's about sending a message.
Valid.
That's what Spirit Trident is for.
So yeah, you have made, it seems, a friend of a recently resurrected blue dragon.
It's everything I've ever dreamed of.
You're welcome. Yeah. So you got the items. Someone want to give me a perception check real quick?
Yeah, sure. Perception.
If anyone has higher than a +1.
I rolled a 9. With +5.
One other person can try as well. You're all looking.
Okay,
there we go.
Oh! First nat 20 of the night.
There we go.
You see, tucked in the corner over here, it looks like a couple bricks have been moved recently.
I draw everyone's attention over to the bricks.
I ask our dragon
I think
friend.
I found something.
Ask our dragon friend if he knows what that's about.
Are you asking the dragon or the dragon man?
The dragon man.
That should not be like that.
Well, let's have ourselves a look.
That villain's desecration knows no bounds. Yeah, you give me a quick athletics check, actually. Whoever is trying to open this.
I guess Kai is already there.
It's dangerous to go alone, have a guidance.
Roll a d4 to add guidance to that. Okay, so with the 13, it takes you a little bit, but you drag the bricks out. You find this is essentially a little hidey hole here. There's a journal in it and a small pouch.
All right. I grab them out.
Sure.
Open up the journal.
What languages do you speak?
Draconic, Common, Aquan, and Druidic.
Okay. You see some really weird symbols in this book. They don't jump out to you as arcane symbols, but you don't know what language this is.
I read Elvish.
pass
Would I
it off to
recognize
the
it?
group.
No.
Okay. Well, then while someone else is taking a look at the journal, let's open up the pouch.
You find in the pouch 57 gold pieces.
Neat.
Well, let me check here.
Maybe we should figure out what the journal says before we do anything with that gold. It could be a thing. Anyone?
If you, the Elvish is a placeholder. I speak Vidalcan instead. Vidalcan wasn't an option.
Stand by.
Pass it around, see if anyone can recognize it, or maybe cast a spell to be able to read it.
Sure. So none of you have the language in question. I changed it to Vidalcan. There's an other section at the bottom of the list there. Marcus.
Thank you.
I would allow an Arcana check to try and, or some sort of intelligence check to try and like determine what sort of characters these are.
I'll do an Arcana roll.
Sure.
Fuck me.
There's some weird scratches on these pages.
Fucking moonspeak.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a
there
spell
are-
or something to read languages, maybe?
Not yet.
Good old comprehend languages.
What if we show the Dragon Man? Would he recognize it?
Dragon Man?
Yeah.
You're doing an awful lot of ignoring the giant fucking dragon.
Dragons are smart. By
Okay,
the way.
well, I will try. I was trying the one that's more relatable first, and if he doesn't, then I'll ask the giant bone dragon.
He looks at the book. Are you handing it to him or just like showing him?
Just showing him.
It's like that. I do not recognize these characters.
And then I hold it up to giant bone dragon.
One moment, please. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, that one.
Apologies in advance for any noises I'm making. I'm just coming out of being sick again.
You're fine.
Just mostly saying that for the stream.
Yes, sir.
The dragon says, it has been a long time since I saw Abyssal.
Oh.
And he leans in closely to the to get a better look. It discusses. Do you know of anyone named Uldrim?
Name sounds familiar. Just.
Is that like Aerogem's evil cousin?
I think that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, I don't.
It's like the Wario to our first mate.
I don't think we've met anyone by that name, but I could be wrong.
I will type it for you. Is that my spelling of it? Yeah. Stop fucking. Oh.
You move the dragon.
Dragon's like awkwardly
Oh,
fidgeting.
Yeah. You guys fought this individual in the Shadowfell.
Is he my patron?
Yes.
Oh,
Yo, you don't know Daddy's name? That's crazy.
He
I
just
try-
calls him Daddy.
I try to leave that past behind me.
The dragon continues skimming the journal and says, "It seems it references him and something called the Eclipse. Hmm.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, isn't the eclipse what they supposedly worshipped instead of the other false god?
Yeah, well, I can tell that particular individual is usually not up to the most wholesome of pursuits. Plus, it seems like the target we were just, or it seems like Nathaniel, who we were just fighting, seems to have escaped to the Shadowfell, from my best guess, which means, for all we know, he could be coming into contact with my spell daddy.
Spell Daddy.
Which is probably not something we want.
What does it mean here about ascension?
My memory IRL is not the best. Do we remember any? Were we told anything about Ascension while we were with him?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, that means they're probably up to some more bad shit that we didn't hear about last time we were there. The problem is, are we gonna go all the way back to the Dreadfort and jump in the hole again to get to the Shadowfell, or are we gonna? Maybe there's another way we can get there.
Oh, that's gonna be awkward.
Unless you all have another way, that's the only way we know of.
Plus, that's not our only objective right now, currently.
Well, and if we're supposed to be having something about an eclipse, wouldn't that mean that they're coming to our plane?
Could
I
be.
think we should go ahead and tell the priest about it. One, because on our own, we can't really go back and talk to all the pirate kings and say, hi, you're going to use your portal again, bye now.
Mind if we jump in your hole real quick?
Remember that we said we'd make ourselves scarce, but forget all that. There's demons about.
Yeah.
Notably, you were told
we
to
did our
remain.
job.
You were told to stay there.
Yeah,
to not go far.
and then that one of the
Oh,
pirate
and we
kings didn't like us very much, so it was like, it's entirely possible that this room of godly high-level pirate kings might end up wanting to murder us all. So
You know, mixed signals happens to pirates all the time.
We killed the other guy.
we
I
might
should
want
say
to
Barry killed the other guy, but
switch focus. But
Fair enough.
I'm not concerned about this guy. We did our job.
yeah, I think for now we can just keep that in the back pocket, on the back burner for now, and if it happens, it happens. But for now, we can focus on what we can get done. So we
By
can.
it, do you mean ascension?
Well, for starters, let's ascend out of this goddamn mausoleum
Mm.
and report back and see what the town looks like now that Nathaniel's not here anymore.
After we've destroyed all the industry.
We had a good thing going here.
Hey, we came here. We were asked to do a thing. We have made progress towards the thing. If it means people in this town got to learn to work for themselves, I mean that's just a personal issue they got to deal with.
Here, here.
Filthy freeloaders. Your parents can't support you forever.
Your undead parents.
All right. So we're heading out.
Yep.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I will remind you, if you should need help, find me in the maw, and I will see what I can do. I owe you a debt.
Is there a specific way that we could contact you, or?
My name is Saharon, the Azure Sky.
So
Any
just-
magic that would contact me can do so with that information.
All right, cool.
Up and out.
Yeah, up and out. Activate. Here we are. So, do I have everyone here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Cool. So,
I see gray. There we go.
yeah, give it a second to load.
All the dead dudes are still here.
Yeah. The zombie corpses are still here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your cart and horses are over here. You see the horses are kind of dancing around as if they're maybe uneasy or something. It is probably just before sundown.
All right, well, I think we should head back to town from here, see how the town's doing, and then, since it's getting a little late in the day, we can set up for the night, and then probably keep going westward from here, see if we can get to our other objective of finding the prince in the morning. Thoughts?
Sounds good to me. Mind if I roll a check to see if I can figure out what's up with the horses, what they're nervous about, though?
Give me an animal handling check.
This is a decent standard than that one.
Ooh.
I know nothing.
Horses don't be feeling good.
A horse is a horse.
Of course.
It is
I
not
will
fish.
allow one more person to attempt that check.
Let me try.
Mine's only a +1. I don't know if anyone is better.
I'm not bad at it.
21.
I'm not bad at it, says the druid about talking to animals. They seem very nervous, and they keep sort of sniffing at the air as if they have caught a smell that could be what's making them uncomfortable.
Ooh, that smell. Are we able to pick up the? Are we able to pick up any odors ourselves? Like, can we smell something?
Give me a perception check. Perception is using all of your senses.
To perceive.
You smell the scent of decaying flesh is stronger than it should be just off of these zombies that are here.
Well, all of the undead in the town are rotting.
Or we got a bigger undead that wasn't affected by Nathaniel leaving.
Pretty sure they were rotting before we got rid of the guy.
Can we tell if it's coming from the town or from a different direction?
Give me an investigation check.
All right, that I can do.
Yeah, there we go.
It seems to be coming sort of from all around you. It does seem stronger in the direction of the town.
All right, then let's go back to town and see what's up. And smell what's up, as it seems.
So as you... I don't have a map for the town. As you head back to town, you see... This scent continues to get stronger. Looking around the countryside, you see that where there had been undead working the fields, some are now just sort of standing. Others are shuffling about. And as you watch those who are shuffling a bit, it seems their wanderings are generally in the direction of the town.
Are they just...
That's a problem.
None of them are doing anything aggressive or worrisome? They're just standing or walking?
I mean, none of them are sprinting. but
I'm just mostly
They
worried
are
like they're
not-
not attacking anyone.
you don't see anyone out there for them to be attacking.
Hmm.
It's a corpse walking around. Is that not problem enough, Red Eyes?
I mean, hey, we knew that once we got rid of Nathaniel, things were going to change here. I just wanted to make sure no one was actively being attacked. It's a valid concern.
Well, only way we're gonna know that is getting into town where the people were.
Yeah, let's head towards the guy in town that we talked to before we came here and check in with them.
Sure. As you arrive at the town, it's the sun is like touching the horizon. It is sundown. It's about to be night. You see people are significantly more uneasy than they were when you were here initially. You first of all just see more people, and they seem very nervous. The guards at the gates to the wall are standing at rapt attention. Some are sharpening weapons. Some are preparing like bludgeoning weapons specifically. You notice. The town seems very tense, as if waiting for something. You arrive at the Church of Lathander that you had first stepped in at.
Just real quick before we go in, something I forgot to ask earlier, and if it's too late to get an answer, that's fine. I wanted to know if now that we had the dragon was reading the book for us, was there any mention in the book related to the pouch of gold that we found? Because I'm just wondering if there was a purpose for the two of those things being stashed together.
No, there was no specific mention that, at least not that the dragon informed you of.
Okay, so I don't know if we want to split up that gold we found. Yes, sir?
I'm sure you'll be fine.
All
In a-
What's this gonna do? Wake up and try to hit you?
No, I'm just if we wanted to split the gold amongst ourselves just to keep.
Sorry,
I'd
but
say that'd be
it can
between the
wait.
four of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's bigger concerns at the moment, I think.
That's fine.
So
Just trying to get it out of the way.
yeah. As you approach the sort of chapel, the church here, it is now quite busy. There's a crowd around the front entrance, and you see the priest, whose name I actually forget, is out front trying to calm the crowd, saying that the church is now full. They do not have more space to house people inside.
No, it's being used as a shelter now.
Holy Father, what's going on here?
Yeah, well, we need to like push our way through and find the person that we talked to before.
Oh, the person you were talking to before is this guy out
Okay.
front of the church.
And yeah, we check in with him and ask what's going on since we were last here.
Yeah, you have to wait a couple minutes for the crowd to sort of like settle down, maybe start to disperse. People don't seem to want to go too far, but the priest says that there have been reports of attacks on some of the farmsteads. The people are nervous. The people are scared. Many have been coming to the church to try and find some safety in the light of Lathander. And he almost seems to have a hint of a smile as he said that.
Fucking priest.
Can I insight check that?
Absolutely, you can.
The only thing is, I'm exhausted, so I do have disadvantage, but
I mean, we already knew he was greedy. He wanted us to deal with this guy just because he wasn't getting money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's still a 10.
So he seems pleased, but it doesn't seem like it's not for himself. It seems to come from his faith, and like the people seem to be returning to Lathander.
He's happy
He's
that
not happy that this is the situation it's happening in.
he's happy
but,
that
like,
the church is prospering from it.
Something like that, yeah.
So I guess he'll be happy to know that we chased Nathaniel away.
That may be what is causing this, though.
Yeah,
I'm
I was
sure.
gonna say.
I'm sure this was inevitable anyway. But thank you for your help in this matter, and I would ask that you don't go too far, in case things come to worst. I don't know if there would be room at the inn for you and your companions. But I'm sure people here would be grateful for any help that you could lend should it be needed.
We'll make camp somewhere nearby if we can't find a room.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
need
say
something to take care of some of these burns anyway.
we can stick around in
wouldn't
the area
go-
for one night.
Yeah, I would caution you against leaving the town. The walls should do much in the event of an attack to keep most of the undead at bay.
Didn't mean set up camp outside the walls.
I'm sorry for the misunderstanding.
Worst case scenario, if there's no room at the inn, maybe we could just like set up camp in the yard of the church property or whatever.
If you can find the room that you need, that you are more than welcome to.
All right. Do we want to check out the inn and see if there is room?
I think it's worth a shot.
See if we'll be sleeping in comfy beds.
You make your way towards the inn, and it's a similar story where it is at the very least the tap room of like the tavern sort of side is packed, like standing room only. It's the two people places go in a crisis: the bar or the church.
Valid.
You see that there are even some of the barmaids like coming out the front doors to help people out front. They have a small seating area outside, like almost like a patio. It is packed almost to the walls there as well. You have a feeling that if you found a room, it wouldn't exactly be private.
Well, the town's got guards, doesn't it not? Someone's got to be preparing for the undead outside the walls. We should probably check up with them since we're probably going to be a part of the defense effort.
Yeah, we could probably set up our camp like just inside the wall near wherever the guards would be.
Makes sense to me.
I figured they'd be patrolling because it's their job, so we could have their beds.
Simon,
Uh-huh.
give me a wisdom check real quick.
Okay. Fuck.
Okay. You do remember that that you saw undead in the fields on both sides of the town that you traveled.
Mm-hmm.
Both on the approach coming from Hoshikiri, and then you went through the town to get to the Lich Yard as well, and went out the other side.
Yeah. So maybe camping on one side of the town, maybe not be the best since they could come from the other side.
But if that were also where you were needed, Like if you camped on one side, you're needed on the other. It would take you longer to get there. But yeah, like there are.
Maybe find ourselves like a central location. That way we could have the shortest response time in either direction.
That would make sense, probably.
Is the church sort of like centrally placed in the town?
It's like both the church and the inn are on like a central main square. On market day, this is where the market would be set up. So as it were, like where different vendors would come and set up their stalls and such.
So if the church is kind of central in the town and it's where at least half of the people are going to be for the next little while, probably set up our camp near the church. That way, the people are here if they need protecting, and if we need to go to either side of the town, it's not the entire distance of the town to get there. To either side. I think that covers as much as we're able to. Thoughts? Yes, no?
Works for me. I don't care where we rest. I just need rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Sounds good. You start setting up your camp. It takes you a little bit, but like you have everything you need, and like it almost you start setting up your camp. It's as much as you're in a town, it is not really any different from the camp you would set up.
Yeah.
Just pulled off of a road.
There just happens to be an indoor bathroom nearby.
Yeah, something like that, or at least an outhouse. You get that all set up and somehow carve out a bit of space for yourselves, your companions here. Are we wanting to set watches this evening?
Yeah, I'll take first watch.
We should, yes.
So that's Simon on first watch, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take last watch.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
Okay. All right then. So as you sort of settle into your rests, Simon, could I get a perception check with advantage?
Okay.
You see that lanterns are lit across the town and all along the walls. Sentries have been posted. The town is, at the very least, prepared for something to happen.
Mm-hmm.
With an 18, sure. You still feel the sensation of tenseness in the area. You can sort of faintly hear prayers coming out of the church, and towards the end of your watch, you start to hear the odd shout from the I'm going to use east and west. I'm not sure exactly what direction I said initially. East is the direction you came from.
Okay.
From Hoshikiri.
Mm-hmm.
You hear shouts as if something has been noticed to the east. It just sounds like sentries pointing something out. You don't hear the sounds of combat.
No one's on like full alert yet.
They are aware of things in the night.
Okay. I will pass
Is
along
this
those
the-
findings to the second watch.
All right. You shake Ithvuk awake. Could I get a perception check with advantage, Ithvuk? All right, with a 21, you hear a similar sort of shout to the west. You realize that this town, situated as it is between these two hills, is a surprisingly defensible position. It does seem like there's only the two approaches, but there is something. The guards stationed at either gate have both noticed something in the night. After about an hour, you hear a shout from the west again that you can very, very clearly hear. It sounds like a sergeant ordering archers to fire. Perhaps nothing to be worried about right now, but whatever it is out in the night is within firing range of the guards' bows.
Can I make a side roll here?
Sure. What would you like to roll?
I would like to see if I can spot anyone that seems to be kind of wandering off on their own at the moment.
Sure. Give me get another perception check, actually.
Would this one be advantage or no?
The town is reasonably well lit for the time of day, so I'll allow it. There are a lot of people in this square. You can sort of pick out families here and there, but you don't see, with your sort of like criminal background, your experience with the underworlds of the world, as it were, you don't see anything that jumps out to you as particularly suspicious or needing to be addressed right now. Like, no, it doesn't appear to. There doesn't appear to be anyone sneaking off in any sort of suspicious way. You see, like, one person step away, and then they come back a couple of minutes later, seeming relieved in a sense, but in a biological sense.
He just went to the bathroom.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was asking about.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying, like, if anything were to catch your eye, if that's what you're looking for, it's usually within a minute or two, the person shows up again. You don't see anything that looks like a malcontent seeking to cause trouble. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, this looks just gonna get a bit nervous all of a sudden, but otherwise be fine.
So far, it seems like whatever's happening is under control and doesn't yet require our help, is the takeaway so far.
Simon, could I get a wisdom saving throw from you?
Okie dokie.
Okay, cool. You have something happen in your dreams.
Oh boy.
So, we are going to put a momentary pause on the zombie attack situation. Simon, you, in your dream, find yourself on a battlefield. You have your old bow in hand, and initially you are the only person. All around you is corpses. Some partially draconic, like the friend you made down in the In the crypt, others human but in sort of draconic styled armor, and then others still almost looking like swordsmen, or what you and I as Western people might see as samurai or Eastern sort of fighters.
Would I recognize this as my village?
No.
Okay.
You hear a female voice coming from behind you. And they say, I see the bow has found a new bearer.
I look around to see if I can identify the voice.
You see where previously there wasn't anyone, you now see an elven woman, and in her hand is the bow that you found in the crypt.
The True Seeker.
The True Seeker. This woman looks almost identical to the mural that was on the wall in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you that would draw my string back?
My name is Simon. I'm a survivor from a village that was obliterated. I sought justice for my family and friends, and now I seek to help my friends to enact their own justice in the world.
You keep to your oaths, Simon?
As well as I can, but I'm not perfect.
Swear to me that you will protect those you care about and hold your word until the end of... No, and keep your word, lest it be the end of you.
I swear it.
You are worthy of this strength. And should you ever need a greater ally, I will be waiting.
That is good to know. May I know the name of my new ally?
A moment. All things that I should have prepped. Hey.
We're getting summon spells this chapter.
I am Shalia, and I'll type that here for you.
Well met, Shalia. It is heartening to have your support.
You feel her presence reach out and touch your mind. And she says, I see you have the support of another. And they lend you great power.
They do, though not necessarily by choosing. I was kind of in a situation where it was give myself to the support, give myself to this patron in exchange for not dying. So I've been kind of bound by servitude to them. They saved me from otherwise dying on a beach, as my family and friends did back at the village I was raised in.
Do you yet agree with their methods?
Well, seeing as I've met them in person and seen them do harm to the family of people I know and care about, I would say probably not.
We will speak again, Simon.
I look
She
forward to it.
disappears. The bow in your hand is now the true seeker.
I grip it tightly.
You feel strength flow through the arm. And then the dream fades, and we'll return to everything else
Nice.
here. Yeah. So,
Very
if
cool.
you get to the end of what would be your appointed watch, the town is tense. The people are worried. But you can, as of yet, there is no specific cause for alarm. You shake Edema awake, and you continue your rest. Edema,
That's me.
you find yourself sitting in this town surrounded by people seeking some form of safety. And so far, they have it. Give me a perception check with advantage.
All right. I also don't suppose I could use this time to swap some spells around, as I'm still fully prepared to be healing Barry's mother.
Sure, yes, you absolutely can change some spells around.
Because I got a lot of stuff like ceremony and spell curse. I'm like, this ain't gonna help me a lot.
Ceremony is a very strong spell. Ooh,
Nice.
Neat.
You rolled an anvil.
You rolled an anvil.
You
You see. That's Looney Tunes. You see in this town, after probably about half an hour or so, you see off to the west. No, sorry, off to the east. The more soldiers sort of converge on the gate, and very sort of faintly from the distance you're at, you can hear thudding on the gates and shouting coming from that direction as well. You sort of monitor the situation, and you can see on the wall as well, archers shooting as best they can downwards. You see soldiers rolling boulders off the ramparts as well. But you get the sense that whatever is out there there's one heck of a tide coming.
I was about to say, rolling boulders off of ramparts, that's serious business.
Lots of zombies.
Guess you could say they're rolling for attack too.
Okay.
Yep.
Very well.
It's
Well
just
played.
numbers on the boulder.
Give you this cool thing. Anyway. Yeah. You keep an eye on the situation. And then towards what would be the end of your watch, as it were, you get the sense that, or you start to see the gates cracking a little bit from where you are. You see faces of the undead and like rotting hands and limbs come poking through these holes in the gate, and it probably won't hold too much longer.
How close are we to that gate?
It would probably take you It'd probably be a 10 or 15 minute run to get there.
That's a far away gate. I have great eyesight. Goodness gracious.
The torches help.
I have
Understandable.
eyesight, says one of the two party members without dark vision.
I know.
If I can see hands specifically coming out of a gate that's a 15-minute run away, that's goodness gracious. That's a better
You've been
eyesight than I
eating
would
your
ever hope
carrots.
to have in real life.
Been eating your carrots.
Yeah, I don't know who's next in the watch, but I'm pretty sure it's about to be go time. If you want to take a 15-minute snooze, I mean, you're welcome to, but
You would be the one taking the 15-minute snooze.
that's fair. Well, I mean, if they're already asleep and I'm like, hey, zombies are coming, they're like, 15 more minutes. I'd be like, okay, that's all right, but only 15.
All right. You. So would you then start to sort of rouse people?
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Okay.
rouse.
All right. Unfortunately, Edema, you are the only person who does not get the benefit of the full rest
Okay.
because of the way the watch is sort of shook out. You do get a short rest for sure. Whatever benefit that gives you.
Nothing. But thank
Actually,
you.
you know what? I'll be nice. I'll be nice. Everyone gets a long rest,
Nice.
which also means you all level up.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
So we'll take a few minutes to level stuff up.
I was about to say, I'm like, I have no spell slots going into whatever is happening. You will get a single thunder wave out of me, and that's about
Hey, you've got a taser sword too.
it. Luck has not been kind on the melee side of things, but it looks pretty.
Valid.
Guess who
I
has motherfucking action surge?
Woo! Nice.
I'm trying to think what everyone gets at 7th level. Casters have 4th level spell slots, which includes such spells as Banishment, ooh, that's a nice
Good
HP
gracious.
increase.
Nice.
Woo.
Maximum HP.
I think I told you guys.
I needed that.
There was a buddy of mine in my other game who made a barbarian at 15th level to join our like a high level campaign that was ongoing, and rolled HP for every level and never rolled below a 10.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
How high
it
level
was
did they get?
insane.
Like, how many rolls was that?
We ended. Oh, we were 15th level.
In 15 levels, they didn't roll below 10?
Yeah.
Christ.
I bet they get great hugs.
Oh, So what's funny? Actually, it might have been 12th level that he created the character, but like he just had nutty high HP. He also took tough. Like, dude was the tank. What's funny is when he joined the party, we then went into a dungeon that intersected with the astral plane, which meant whenever a spell was cast, there was a wild magic surge. The astral plane is super fun. The astral plane is lots of fun. One of the spell casts near him had a surge that caused a random person within X number of feet to shrink to half their size. He had been an 8-foot tall Goliath.
Jesus.
So big, beefy, buff man became 4 feet tall.
Oh.
He was tiny and angy.
The word is compact.
Yeah, that works too. That was a very good game, just in general. That guy could take. I was playing a wizard. That guy could take like 3 of me in damage and keep going.
I was looking at my features tab and I just now noticed that you can click on like the section that says class levels to like open up the chart of what you get at each level of each class you have.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
I don't know if maybe that was recently updated or if I've just been stupid for 27 episodes, but that's cool.
Ooh, yep. It's like you click on. Oh wow, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I actually need to update Foundry here. It doesn't auto update.
Mm.
Alrighty, we're all set.
Okay. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
I am toying with the idea of calling it here so I should prepare a proper map.
Probably a good idea.
We have all leveled up. Almost everyone has new toys. Yeah. Thank you for watching this episode of Scourge of the Dragon Sea.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slater.
Yeah.
Let's see who's around.
Come on, to. I have a question.
I might have an answer.
It hasn't fully passed into the new day yet, but when it does, that's 3 days.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm gonna make a note of that, and we'll roll for that at the start of the next session.
Okay, that's ominous.
His mask is real neato.
I was like, this is some
Wow.
personal story shit.
Nope.
It's an item you guys saw him get.
All right. Well, we're gonna raid over to my buddy Overkill, who's doing some Smash Bros. Thank you all for watching, and
Yeah.
as always, you
Sorry
can
for
check
the
out.
short episode, but I'm not prepared for a big zombie combat.
Transitory small episodes are good every now and then in a long form campaign like this.
True. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, setting up the
You have
raid.
a fun new thing, though. I have this now.
Booming Blade is so good. What does the versatile do?
If the
I don't
target
know,
if the target willingly moves 5 feet or more, target takes 1d8 thunder damage.
Yeah. More damage.
Essentially, it hits twice if they move.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I knew that. And also, like, when you Booming Blade, you deal extra damage on the first one if you're 5th level or higher.
Yep.
Yeah.
Another campaign shit is quite potent.